every minute of every call and video goes down this way. So,
Check.
The truth so no. He read the book. He was only another cumulative thing. He only knows TJ to be well. It's impossible. I believe it. When that's about construction, you go trail. Give me the whole truth. Wow. Okay. He's always up there. He's of surveillance. Appreciate the commitment watch before you re-enter my district.
All on the cover?
This is not a total secret.
All on the cover.
Okay.
TJ called the word.
Yo. Oh shit. Hope we didn't lose him. All right, you're muted, Wes. There we go. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, we got to bring us up on screen is the only thing. Might help.
Bro, did you take the scenes down? There were scenes over here that I had.
Could be beneficial to the viewers if we had something on screen.
Maybe.
There we go. Oh shit. That's not what I wanted. Oh no. That's what we want, but we want it bigger. Like that. Boom. Okay, we got it. Can you hear me?
Nothing. Yeah, I can hear you, man. I can't see
All right,
shit,
we're
though.
good. We're good now. We're on the split screen.
All right. So I'm not delayed or anything? No?
No, you're good. You're getting a little bit of you are getting a little bit of lag.
Yeah, it's terrible on my side, man. So I don't know what the hell's going on, but yeah, man. What's up, everybody? Thank you for being here. Thank you for tuning in to our Thursday night live stream. It's Thursday already, man. Thursday already, dude. And what a fake out today, dude. Like, you know, we dropped, we hit 106, and then we were up to 109, and here we are, you know, back at 105. So it's been a lot of whiplash today, man. But I'm feeling good, dude. And how are you feeling, Thierry?
I'm good. I got you know, I was stubborn about that Bart Simpson, and I was stubborn as hell. Of course, I got liquidated because I let it close. I let it get liquidated at 2,800, whatever. The market makers took it right up to my level, bro.
Of course,
right up to my level, and then dumped it. But here's the thing: I'm such a stubborn ass. I reopened my short right after I got liquidated. I said, no, this market is going back down. I just knew it was.
You revenge traded.
I was revenge trading, but it actually played out, dude. I mean, and look, that level I called, we hit our head there several times. Like I was right on the money. So what I learned from that is my liquidation levels. Well, let's not get carried away just yet. But the liquidation levels, I need to give myself a little bit more of a cushion. Like I already give myself some cushion, but I need to give myself a little extra cushion. But here's the thing. I lost 40 on that trade, and then I gained 20 because I reopened it. So I'm down $20. So whatever. I mean, but the thing is, you know, we came back down. This was the level I knew we were going to come back down to. We needed to come back down here. I'm glad we're down here. Why the hell is my computer saying that Bitcoin's at 100,000? I'm getting alerts saying Bitcoin's back at 100,000. Like, no, it ain't.
No, dude. No, we're at a really good level, man. I'm confident in this level that we're at. I mean, look, dude, let me see. What did we go up here? We went from, we went from 100,000 all the way, bounced back 10% to 110, 111%. And now we're back at that 50% mark, man. We're tracing to that 50% mark. So like, it's not a bad thing, man. And then we'll look at the charts here in a second, guys, but when we do, like, you will see that the level we're sitting at right now is so structuralized, dude. Like, it looks good, man. We should be at this level. We should be bouncing at this level, but it's okay for us to be at this level. This is a healthy correction, man. And I can't wait to show you guys what I'm talking about here. But
I'm going to just bring up one thing real quick. Two things rather. One thing, shout out to GMB for hooking me up with some stuff, literally stuff on the Cardano blockchain. I submitted my first music NFT. So hopefully by 7/7/25, the NFT will be live on the Cardano blockchain and people will be able to buy it and listen to it and all this kind of crazy shit. I don't know. Maybe it just goes live on that date. But I mean, for the amount of money that I spent to do it is so cheap that it was a no-brainer to give it a shot. So we'll see how that works out. I think it's a good thing if it works out. I'm gonna
if I wanted one, I could mint one.
You could buy my first song, you know, it's an electronic song. The first one I did was a drum and bass song, but you know, if it works and it goes good, I'm gonna start putting more music out there on it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, you can buy it, you can sell it. So you can, you know, buy a couple and then sell them, and then I think you get a 2.5% royalty. So like even if you sell it, you're gonna make some money too. Like you get a royalty cut. That's how I set it up. I took the least amount for my songs too, like $3.99. Like I did it the cheapest as possible because it's like, you know, Napster and shit, bro. Like, come on, man. Get your music out there, bro. So that's but shout out to GMB for putting me onto that and hooking me up with a little birthday present there. I appreciate that. And
nice,
dude, total global market cap's the only thing I want to look at, and then we can jump on your charts.
Yeah.
I just noticed something. Man. I just noticed something earlier that caught my attention, and I just wanted to just bring it up to you guys because we have although we're looking good like where we're sitting, the one thing that is a little bit concerning is that the major level on total global has fallen through. One of our important levels we've fallen below, which doesn't mean it's the end of the world, bro. This shit happens all the time. These guys take the money out of crypto and go dump it in the stock market. You know, I'm sure they're going to be over there buying stocks tomorrow, gold ETFs and shit. So I wouldn't get too concerned about this, but I did want to be aware of it. 3.543. Yeah. So 3.565 on the weekly was a significant level. Then if you go to the 2-week chart,
scroll down a little bit.
2.565. My bad. Yeah, 2.565. And if you notice right here, look, 2.532 was back here on the 28th of May. And we have since fallen below that. We've fallen below this. So I'm looking for our next bounce to be right around here, right around the 3.4. So we got a cool $40 billion to go before we really got to worry. You know, yeah, we got $40 billion to go of a net cushion before I get too concerned. But it's something just to kind of keep on the radar. If it does fall below that level, then I think we might be in for some longer short-term bearishness, but not enough to lose sleep over.
Yeah.
I think we still look very good.
So let me ask you, man. Let me ask you something, dude. And I feel like, dude, this is what everybody's been talking about. Of course, because we are getting near to that date of when the 4-year cycle usually tops out. The last 3 cycles, we've topped out exactly, on these dates. And that's usually going to be, I think it was predicted, October through December of 2025, right? So now the thing is, everybody is saying it, and I remember the last time everybody was saying it, an extended cycle, getting rid of the 4-year cycle theory. I saw Lark post a video. I saw Jeb post a video. Everybody's posting videos about extended cycle theories, man. And like, I just want to know your general take on that, because I think that's dangerous. I think that it's very dangerous, man, to get a lot of people holding their bags, dude, especially noobs, man. Like, what is your thoughts on that?
I think you said it very well there. You have to be very careful, guys. Like, you have to remember this is a player versus player type game. Even the influencers on YouTube are not going to always 100% get it right. Some of them have malicious intent. Me and Wes ain't going to always get it right. We're going to try our best. But look, at the end of the day, there is definitely, I see why their argument, Wes. I see why the argument for the super cycle. But I don't think they're looking at it the right way. I think the correct way to look at it is we got a free pass on COVID, right? The market stopped, the world stopped in 2020. That's a reset. That's a pause for the whole game. It's like a timeout for the whole, football game. When that happened, that triggered something, and nobody talks about that shit. Nobody talks about the implications of just, freezing the world. It's like we're still recovering from that. That was only 4 years ago. The markets are still kind of like, whoa, trying to get in their footing. So here's the thing. Extended cycle is a very dangerous term to just use because, I think you're going to give people false hopes that, oh, shit, money's going to go up forever and it's going to hurt people like it did us. So I 100% agree with you on that. I wish they would come up with a different term because that term sounds permanent. It's like super cycle, like, we're never going to lose, and that's very dangerous. So I agree with you on that, but I do have to say that the COVID reset, I don't think that shit's over with. I think the markets are going to be feeling that for the next 5 years, bro. I think it takes another 5 to 6 years at least before everything from COVID just kind of gets level ground again with the stock market and with everything. Not to say that it's a bad thing. It's just, so super cycle, I would not use that term. I would just say we may have a little bit of a delayed cycle. That's what I prefer to call it. And I do think we go high as shit. But I think if retail doesn't pay attention, they're going to get the bottom pulled out from under them. So, yeah.
Okay.
I agree. I agree with you on that. I think it's our job on this channel to make sure that people are aware of that shit, because if they're just, super cycle and we're never going down, you can get wrecked. You can get wrecked by not selling.
Yeah, for sure.
Hell, I sold a couple of hype yesterday just because I seen it at all time high. I'm like 42, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna put some of that in my pocket just in case. And that's the one coin that's not falling really. It's like hype don't even give a shit. Bitcoin drops, hype's like, I don't care, I'm up here.
Yeah, dude, hype is, the money flowing into hype, dude, is absolutely insane, dude. Absolutely insane. It's outpacing all L1s, like every single chain, man. It's
still
incredible.
At $40 right now. Even with this dip, it's at $40.
Yeah, I saw my liquid, dude. My liquid bag, man. I had like a $500 bag of liquid, and that went to 900 and some change yesterday. I was like, holy shit! And it's still nice. It's still only like a $60 million project, dude. Like it's still only a $60 million market cap. Like, so I'm holding off on stuff like that, man. There's definitely some gems in the hyperliquid ecosystem. Are you holding any alts from hype?
My arms are getting heavy from those beats, that bag of beats. That thing is, I don't know if that's ever coming back. Any news with what happened with them? Because that thing is like deader than dead. It's like 93% down.
Yeah, I gave up on my bag of beats, man. Like,
I'm gonna hold it because there's no point in selling it. But yeah, it's I didn't go crazy. I'm still holding All Right Buddy and Per. I got a little bag of Per.
Yeah.
And so yeah, and then I tried to farm that airdrop for Hyper Unit.
Oh yeah, Unit.
I did a transfer too. I'm gonna try to do another transfer with Bitcoin or something. And really just working that lighter shit right now too, man. I'm trying to get that. I got over $120,000 in volume already
on lighter
traded. Yeah,
nice, dude.
Yeah, right. So I've been doing the thing over there with the same money, recycling it. But yeah, that win was not the greatest, but I'm glad I got the $20 back in my pocket, because now I feel like, okay, now I just got to win 20 more bucks without a revenge trade though. So I want to look at some charts and really dive into some shit when you're ready.
Yeah,
and,
we can
see,
do it, man.
And see where we're going now, because if I'm going to do any trading, I'm starting with a clean slate now, because I hit that level. Now we came down. Now I want to start fresh again. I want to say, okay, new eyes on the chart.
Yeah. Hopefully you're gonna have to fix the screen after I switch it here.
Oh, we got some people in the chat. GMB Holmes, what's up? We didn't respond. Hold on. Stuff is the ticker. AGMB Holmes is in the house.
Yo.
We got to help with the publication too. Spread the word. Folks are buying gold, taking money out of crypto. Damn right, Holmes. That's what I was just saying. These guys are ruthless, man. Wall Street. You see that total global market cap drop. You know what they're doing. They're taking their money and they're going and buying their other shit until they feel more confident with crypto. And then you'll see that total global or start chilling a little more. But, dude, I think we still look insanely bullish right now to only fall at 3.4 and we're still holding that. Like we haven't even, I mean, back in the day when this kind of drop would happen, total global would just be like, that shit would just. So now, like we're holding, bro. Like,
yeah,
it looks good.
It's not looking bad, dude. It's looking pretty good, dude. If this lags, man, I'm sorry. I think it has something to do with my laptop, to be honest with you. Because I mean, the connection seems good. It's just my actual laptop. I don't know what the hell's going on with it. But anyway, so we were talking about this is the daily chart, just the basic chart here. We were talking about Bitcoin, in this channel here. We've fallen out of that channel. That is good. We didn't pull back as far as we thought we possibly could. And that's still, I mean, dude, we could still do that, right? Because you look at this like it's, one move up here. We got our extreme right here, wave one, pull back down, and we didn't cross back over. We haven't made a new high since then. So technically, especially if you're looking on the weekly, technically we haven't made this is a lower high here. If you're looking at this major swing point to this one, obviously we've made even highs here, which you'd call it a double top. And, some people are looking at it like this is our move down, but we did clear this. So that's good. And now we're coming back to retest it, which is kind of where I'm looking at. But as a whole, you know what I mean? You can look at this two ways. One, you can say, oh, we've topped out, double top. We're coming back down on the weekly. You can look at it like that. Or you can take it day by day. Look, I think the best thing, especially with crypto, man, being so volatile and like kind of the phase that we're at in the cycle is you have to look at these small moves within, dude. And this is a reversal, man. Like we were up, uptrend here. We lost our low. We didn't even lose the low. We had our little 5-wave down, found support from this high volume area right here. And then we reversed, man. We made a new high. We crossed this swing point here. So we made a new high. That's an official reversal. And now we're just retesting that high, dude, to find support right there. So I'm thinking like as long as we can stay above 106, like this is where you would want to take a long, right? If you believe that this was our correction move down and we're going to reverse and start heading back up, this is the ideal place where you want to take your trade. So anybody that is a swing trader that is looking to take a trade and that's bullish on Bitcoin right now, take your trade right now, dude, because we've come back down. We're at the 50% mark, right? We pull up our Fibonacci from swing point, from the low to the high. We are touching our 0.5 right now. Like that is the best setup you can have. We're at the 0.5. There's confluence on the previous area of support. That was resistance flipping into support. So this is where you'd want to take your trade from a swing point standpoint, right? RSI is back at the 50. The MACD is looking like it wants to cross bullish, but we need to bounce here and we need to bounce fast. And then if you look at it on the lower time frames, we'll look at that too, and we can kind of dissect what's going to happen here soon. What we can expect, but from a standpoint, from a daily chart perspective, from a swing points perspective, this is the ideal spot where you would want to place your trade for a long if you were bullish on Bitcoin.
Let me ask you this, because I've had a little bit of trouble with this, and I don't know why, but I think it's because of the direction you have to drag the Fibonacci extension tool. You have to drag it from up to down or from down to up. Right. So I always get confused if you're in an uptrend or if you're in a downtrend. Like so if you're going, let me ask you this. If you're going, all right, I see how you measured that from the most recent low to the most recent high. Yeah. But if you go back to the beginning of this move and call that the lowest low and then go up to the peak.
Which one? You'd have to show me, dude.
Like, can you zoom out?
So
Zoom out and go to the bottom of that whole move.
Yes,
that whole
and
channel.
that's remember we were talking about the 93 level.
Yeah,
right. That's why we were talking about it.
Shit,
because
okay,
it's 93. And what I was saying is, sometimes we don't pull back to that 0.5, dude. It just doesn't happen sometimes. Like right here, we just kept going. We would go up, sideways, up. Like these are barely even retracements, and we just kept on going. So it's really like how you trade, man. If you want to take a risk and you feel like that this is the official reversal, and that's what I was saying. Like if you were looking at it on a weekly, we haven't cleared this major swing point here. We haven't made a new high. Right. But if you were to zoom in and you were looking at it on the lower time frames, like the day, like we are now, you have your swing points here. Let me just draw it out just so it's a little clearer, just real quick. So you have your swing points there. We crossed this, we went above that previous swing point to put in an official reversal. So we're making lower highs. Now we just made a higher high compared to this one. So when we cross over like that,
and a higher low,
and a higher low. If we bounce here, yes, we'll put in the higher low, but we won't know until we break this high if that is going to be a higher low. But that's what I'm saying. If you were bullish on Bitcoin right now and you believe this to be a reversal, this is where you would take your trade, man. Like it doesn't get much better than that. You're at the 0.5 and you're retesting previous resistance here. So, and we're at the 20, man. We're sitting at the 20, dude. So it's, I guess it's really up to the trader, man. But me, I mean, I do expect it to bounce here. If I was going to trade this, I would put a long in right here because we're bullish on Bitcoin, right? We're towards the end of the cycle. We're supposed to have our parabolic moves coming up soon.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. So what I would do is put in start putting in these safer, lower leverage longs, man. Like, just open up a cheap long 3x, 5x, whatever, and just let it roll. And then that way I'm not worried about liquidation and all that bullshit.
Yeah. So what I'm looking at so we have our setup, man. If you're bullish and you're looking at this like I am, you're expecting it to bounce here, then you'd want to drop down to your 1 hour time frame and just kind of see what's going on. And you can see, man, we're making lower lows, lower highs. We're under the 20 and we're moving down, but we're oversold on the RSI. And we'll see, man. We'll see. But technically, on the 1 hour, we are in a downtrend. It looks like we're about to find some kind of support system here. I don't know what this is, why I have this highlighted. But I mean, we're coming up into a high volume area. I'd probably wait until we dropped a little bit lower, maybe. I don't know, man. Like right now, I mean, look at all this trading that happened right here, dude. So this looks overexhausted to me, man. This looks overexhausted to me. So this could be a good pivot point right here, man.
Well, the only thing that I'm concerned with is I agree with you. I think this level's already done. Like this, there's no need to trade at this price range. I did see a little bit of room, I think, in between 100,000 and 103 or some shit. There was a break in the chart where there was a gap. And so if the market makers really want to be penny pinchers, and they will be because they're buying massive amounts of Bitcoin, so every dollar counts. So right. I get it. I the longer I've been in this game, the longer I know why the whales do what they do with the price. It's because they have to. The shit is expensive, bro. If you're buying something that's, $100,000 and you're not buying just one Bitcoin, you're buying, 50,000 Bitcoin. You don't want that shit to be 106,000. You'll wait. Like you'll put in trades and be patient and get that price down to like 101, and you're saving literally millions of freaking dollars, bro. So like that's why you guys have to understand with the whales, they play games because they have to. It's a different game for them. So the only thing I would say is I would keep an eye out on Total Global, and I would say that potentially for the bearish side, I don't have any other bearish reasons for this other than greed. That Michael Saylor and Fink want cheap Bitcoin, and if they can push the market back down to that 100 to 103 range and trade there for a little bit, couple more days, they will do it. Like if there's in any way a possibility for them to do that, I think that they will push for that. That's what I'm saying from a strategic standpoint. That's what I'm saying. I'm not bearish at all. I'm just saying these sneaky bastards want all the Bitcoin. So
so we have to keep in mind that, you know, if we were looking at this, let's look at the weekly real quick. So if we were looking at this on the weekly time frame, right? We have to keep in mind that this is one impulse move up, and that our 0.5 is at the $93,000 level, which is this blue line. That's why we've got the blue there. So we need to keep that in mind. If we don't bounce and stay above the, actually we have it all marked here. So this blue level, we're in the blue level right now up top. If we fall under that, I would probably expect to retest that 100K again where we bounced here. And then back to the 0.5 if we fall through that. So there are some levels there, you know, that make sense for us to go to. You know, flipping this in the support, which we've already tested twice already, that's held up, and it did the same back here when we finally got above it. We retested it a few times, laid on it a couple of days, couple of weeks actually, and then finally took off. And I guess we're kind of doing that here, man. Look, we had a slower decline back here, and that caused a slower uptrend for us to finally kick off. We had a steep decline right here. It caused a steep uptrend, and I think we're just cooling off a little bit. Like the bullish momentum is still here, but man, we have to cool off a little bit after something like that. But we're just now getting to that red line, you know, that was previous resistance, flipping into support. We did bounce on it last week. That's good. We closed above it. We're in the blue this week. I think it looks great, man. And then tie that in with, you know, what the daily looks like, and coming back and retesting that previous resistance flipped into support. I mean, it looks good, man. And we're at the 0.5 on that move on the daily time frame as well. So,
well, I was going to say too, what it looks like is happening right now is, it's like the pre-waves for the euphoria stage. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the moves are getting a little more violent. Like you just said, that breakout pattern was a little more violent to the upside. It was a little more violent to the downside. But then the correction, look how quick we bounced back up. So yeah, dude, the euphoric, FOMO, euphoria, whatever word you want to use, is, you can tell that shit's starting to creep in now. It's like, it's not a bear market, you know, it's not the end of a bull market yet, but it's very close. Like, we're getting to the pre-euphoria stages.
Yeah. I mean, I still, you know, just looking at this chart here, man, I still think that we're gearing up for this move here, man. We're gearing up to go to, you know, 130, 140 on this next impulse move, man. And this is a weekly time frame, dude. So like, you know, I just, for anybody that's doubting and saying that, you know, this is over, one, I would look at this chart. Just keep looking at this chart, zoom out and look at this chart and understand where we're at, you know, compared to other times we made these kind of moves. And two, I mean, dude, like, this looks good, man. Like, it's not over until we fall below this and then come back and get rejected and then fall below our lows at 101K. That's when I'm going to start panicking. If we fall through this level, come up and then reject it, I mean, technically we're starting a new downtrend on the daily, man. And then I would look to 100K and then that 93,000, man, for the next level of support.
But let's keep things in perspective again, because I'm going to keep bringing us back to this. 100K is a very, Bitcoin loses 100K to dumb money or retail, what they call us. I don't think we're dumb money, but retail. It signals to us, or at least the noobs, time to get scared, right? Because we're back below 100K. Whereas the institutionals, Larry Fink and Michael Saylor, when they see Bitcoin go under 100,000, what do they think? They're thinking, oh shit, it's on sale. Like, it's on sale, baby. So I keep bringing it back to that. I'm going to keep bringing it back to that. There's a twofold reason why, if they did want to bring us back down to like 100K, to 103, that's the range I'm looking at right now. I like,
yeah,
they could drop us to that 93 and we could correct down there, no problem, and it wouldn't be that big a freaking deal. But the sentiment, I'm just thinking, like, does Saylor and Fink want to cause that kind of sentiment just to get the sale price right now, or do they want to like not have that happen? Because they could very, very easily short Bitcoin, or, you know, dump a bunch of Bitcoin and push the price enough to scare retail, and then retail starts selling, right? They could do that to trip us down below 100K again very easily and go down to that 93K. The question you need to ask yourself is, will they do it before this bull run or not? Like, that's been the question on my mind for the last 2 months. I'm like, are they going to do that shit? Are they going to take us down there again? Because, you know, it is going to crush sentiment. Retail and shit will say, that's it, it's over. You know, people, I can see it now. The timeline will be, everybody will be quitting crypto again. You know, if we go down to 93,000, people are going to be so, you know, and I won't be. I'll just be like, whatever, dude.
Yeah.
But, you know, people, I'm just curious about that, what their strategy is. And it's not all up to them, but, you know, they're big money players, dude, and they have the power to move markets.
Yeah. It's, you know, it's interesting, man, just looking at how bullish and all the buying that happened here is just, dude, it's insane, man. I mean, these quick moves up and then the trail sideways, quick move up, trail sideways, up, sideways, up. And then finally, you know, when we're retesting previous highs, of course, that's a premium spot. They're going to sell their bags here. And we've seen that sell off here. We've seen the sell off here. I just think that 100K, I think 100K is solid, man. And if we do fall through 100K, I think it's going to be something like this, man. The fact that we bounced here and then we just quickly jumped right back up to it. I mean, I don't know. If we fall through here, we could double bottom to 100K and then continue up, which was what we were kind of talking about last week, man. If we do fall down there, double bottom 100K, that was the bullish side of it, right? And then moving back up towards new all-time highs. But from a 4-year cycle standpoint, like, this is, man, we're getting close, man. We're getting close, and it's gonna happen fast, man. It's got to happen fast.
Well, don't we have October, November, December? I mean, historically speaking, those are like the 3 months when shit goes crazy.
Historically,
so here's the thing though about that. Yes, shit goes parabolic October, November, December, but guess what? That's just Bitcoin, right? So the alts follow that, you know. So generally speaking, sometimes you can squeeze January, February, you know, getting a pump too left over. I'm not saying to count on it, but
you
know, this is going to be a very interesting lesson for both of us to learn, because we didn't sell last time. And if we make the mistake that I feel like the market is trying to set us up for, we're going to sell too soon this time. I just can't help but feel that.
I think it's just going to be the same, man. I think it's going to be the same. I think that we're going to get our massive move up, and
just nail the top, dude. Let's just nail it. Fucking, we nailed the bottom, man. We nailed the bottom, bro.
We're gonna nail
the bottom at 15K. We nailed the bottom. Like, we locked in the bottom. We said
we did lock in the bottom, dude. Like, that was.
We said this is it right here. Yeah, it is. You go back and watch it on video.
I think it's on the screen. I think the thumbnail says the bottom's in. So yeah, that is definitely on the record.
Yeah.
So, but look, we called the bottom because the timing and just levels, and we just knew, man, like, this has to be the bottom, because the bottom always falls around this time, and then we're looking at the levels. The level's been wiped out. This has to be the bottom. So I think that it's the number that's gonna fuck people up, dude. It's the number, and I'm talking about, like, I don't know, everybody, dude. Not even, I was about to say, I'm talking about like more newer people. The newer people are, I mean, organically, they're going to get, you know, a lot of them are going to get messed up more than the OGs, the people that have been around for a little while. But I just, you're right, man. Like last time it was the number. Maybe this time it's the timing that messes people up. I don't know, dude. It could be. It could be.
Yeah, I think you're right about what you're saying, though. And I do think that, look, getting fresh eyes on the chart again, I think that, you know, the market makers could take us down to 93, but it's gonna be. I don't even honestly. I don't even know if it'd be worth it for them. I guess it would, but you know, you're talking about like a V-shaped recovery type shit. It would be so quick, just like that other one. I mean, we're in a strong up. If you look at it from fresh eyes, and if you just take that pattern, we're in an uptrend and a sideways consolidation, bro. Like that's up and sideways. Like, yeah, that second low is a little bit below the other ones, but the high is not far from the high either. So you take that whole first wave and you're just basically had a big move up and now you're consolidating sideways a little bit. So yeah, it looks good, man.
I was saying earlier, man, it almost looks like an inverse within an inverse, head and shoulders, like it's doing some funky shit right now, but it's clean, man. It's took those clean 5 waves down for the correction. We hit that $100,000, and that is the high, but that's the point of control on the volume, man. We hit that and then completely bounce right back up, taking out the low, this lower high here, and then now we're just acting as support. If we fall through that, let's go back to 100K again. We fall through that, and then maybe we'll go to 93. I don't know, but those are the levels I would pay attention to personally.
Yeah, it's from a charting perspective, it doesn't really make sense for us to just, we're going to 100K or we're going to 93K. I'm strictly saying from the JP Morgan and all these guys, you know, if they want to really get radical, you know, we got the world's going fucking crazy again. You know, we can't get a break.
Right.
Los Angeles is going through all kinds of shit. I mean, it's just like nonstop, bro.
You start throwing all that in there, dude. I don't even pay attention to the news. So if something like that happens, dude, I can't see that. Like, I'm not going to see that. We're going to just drop. Like if we started the war tomorrow, man, like the chart doesn't matter. It's going to go where it wants to go.
Yeah, you know, I don't think Bitcoin really follows that. I had that feeling, though. It was funny. Right after we had that pump, I just had that feeling. I was like, these whales are going to pull some money out. Like, I just had that feeling, bro, and I couldn't shake it. Even at 112, I was like, we're getting this correction. And I wish I would have gave myself a little more room on that liquidation level, bro. I would have been straight. I would have nailed the up run and the down run, but I got caught on that first one. But hey, bro, at least I got my 20 back. You know, I'm only 20 down. So
yeah. So I saw yesterday, if we I don't know, we switch it to, we'll just do it like this. I put it in at like 11 o'clock last night. Right here. Right here is where I got in. So I put an order in. I think it was 106.8. It was like 106.8 and some change. I don't know. I sent it in the group chat. I think it was like 106.816 or some crazy shit. And my order hit, and then we bounced all the way up to 108.5. I sold half of it, and then I took a hit on the other half, man. Lost $5 on the other half, but I was cool with it, man. That was a good trade, man, and it actually played out. And I'm glad I sold half of it when we bounced right here. That was a nice bounce, dude. So that was a good trade, man. That was a good trade. But all I did was look at right here, man. Like, dude, this is what we look for. We look for these little swings here, man, that cause a lot of movement, cause a lot of damage, you know. And those are the areas of trade. That's pretty much all we look at, Sierra, right? Those hidden, what do you call them? Hidden whale spots or something?
Yeah, I call them blip on the radar, man.
Blip on the radar, that's it.
Yeah, a little whale blip. I call them whale blips. I'm trying to see where You know, when you screenshot something on this computer, sometimes it don't put the shit where it's supposed to put it. I'm trying to see where it's saved. Yeah, no, I can't find it. But anyway, yeah, it's I
Little
went
whale
to
blip.
sleep last night and I was thinking I was in the profit on that short, right? And I was like, well, I made, you know, it was like 20%, you know. It was a
Yeah.
20% in the profit and I was like looking at it, I'm like, it was like $5 and I'm like, man, fuck that, dude. I just lost 40. Like, nah, dude, I'm going to sleep, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I'm going to sleep. I'm going to be patient, let this thing fall because I think it's falling. And when I woke up, that's when it was like, or not when I woke up, probably right before the damn show. I looked at it and I was like, $17.58. So basically almost $18, pretty close to 20. We'll round that up to 20. And I just said, fuck it, I'll pull it, put it in my pocket. And then I'm going to try to revenge trade now. But I think my revenge trade on the next move is going to be a low leverage long. I think we're at that point in the game, Wes, where we talked about since 2020, like, you know, when we were like, man, once we learn how to trade, and once we get in this next cycle, we're going to kill it. I mean, we used to dream about that back in 2020. Yep. We used to be like, man, we got to have our shit together so that when the bull run does come, we know how to work our wallets. We know how to transfer crypto. We know how to get in and off the exchanges. We know how to freaking long. We know how to short. And, you know, we've set our goals, man. And we've been, you know, it might not look like we've accomplished a lot, but I'm telling you what, man, in the last 4 years, 5 years, whatever, we've accomplished a lot, you know, for a beginning career in trading and investing. Done pretty damn good.
Yeah. Yeah.
This will be the case, though. This will be it, man. Will we sell the top or will we hold into oblivion? You ain't going to make that mistake again. I know that.
Mm-mm. No, I don't plan on it, man. I don't plan on it, but you know, it happens, dude. Like, you know, obviously nobody plans on it, right? It just happens. And, you know, it's just something we got to try not to do, I guess, you know?
Isn't the biggest FOMC meeting coming up in like a week or two?
Yeah, it's right around the corner, man. And, you know, Trump is, he wants to push for the rate cuts. And I'm not sure what the bet is, like what the odd even or whatever for the cut is or not. Robinhood usually has it on there where you can bet on it, but a lot of people are saying they're going to hold.
As Fed monetize the debt, we will melt up. Let's go. That's what we need. Guys, it's been like a 7x from the bottom. Bitcoin is 7x. Yep.
It's moving, man.
And you don't really think about it either. It's like, that's why I said when people, GMB's an OG in the space. So, but I'm saying like the noobs, like if we did fall down to freaking 93,000, dude, they would be like, that's it. Crypto's a scam, dude. I'm out.
We just started a new day.
I'm like, bro, $93,000 Bitcoin. Like, come on, man. Like Bitcoin was fucking $3,500 4 years ago. Now it's at $93,000. And you think that's a failure? No. And I hate the other thing. I hate when people say, oh, well, it goes up, but then it goes down. Then it goes down. Well, what the fuck?
Like, so does gold. So does
what asset doesn't do that? And everything does that. So, you know, if that's your only argument to not buy Bitcoin, then
find a new argument.
Find a new argument because that shit is just stupid.
Yeah. So we just started the new day. This candle so far, man, it's just completely cut right through that level.
Nice.
So
nice.
We'll see, man.
Just completely murdered it down to 90.
Completely destroyed it.
GMB's like 93K. I laugh and I buy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if we get that opportunity, if we don't close above that blue level, we have until 8:00 tomorrow, man. So if we don't come back and close above it, then you could probably bet that we're coming down to 100K. And if we don't bounce on 100K, then we'll probably get a little pit stop at 98, and then we're probably headed towards that 0.5.
Now here's the thing. Here's the thing. This is where I put my trading, not my trading jujitsu, but my level.
It is moving, cuz look at this.
Was it rolling down?
Something just happened.
Well, here's the thing. $100 and $103,000 Bitcoin. You know how I always say it. I'm not the greatest trader, blah, 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 but I know my levels. I can see the levels fairly well.
Yeah.
$100,000 to $103,000 is a pocket. And that little pocket, if they want to pinball Bitcoin a little bit, I would almost say that might be their next move now, because logistically, you bring it down to 93, you're going to piss everyone off. You're going to get a V-shaped recovery, and only the computer algorithms that have buy orders in are going to catch that shit anyway. So Sailor and Fink, is it worth them doing that? I don't know, but I'm telling you right now, 100 to 103 Bitcoin would be great.
No, I would love to, dude. I'm going to put a limit order in at 101,477, exactly where I have this green line. That is my level. I'll put a long in there, and we'll see what happens on that. But we definitely get some kind of bounce there, dude. I mean, we don't get a move like this. That puts an order block here, and it's not a gap or anything, a fair value gap, but that did put an order block. Technically, not really, but that is an area of attention here that should be not ignored, because a move like that coming down, bouncing in a move like that, man, there's definitely some buyers down there for sure. So we're gonna bounce hard from there either way. So a limit long at that level is probably a smart move, and this could be a fake out, man. Look, we're bouncing hard already.
Yeah, that's why I said, dude. I think I agree with what you're saying with. Whereas more towards the beginning of the stream, I was saying, well, 100K, maybe we go down to 97 then 93, but I don't know, man. Total global holds up, and we let's say we fall down, tomorrow's candle closes lower. We definitely going to bounce. We should bounce around 100 to 103 in that area, and we should pinball. Like, what I'm thinking is going to happen, we're going to just go ding, 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 between 100 and 103, trade sideways for a couple of days. That's kind of what I'm looking at, but I don't know, man. If it does, I think the real play would be, like you said, put a long in at 101, 102. Hell, at that point, what does it matter? 101, 102, 103.
We're going to bounce, man. When something like that bounces that hard, dude, we're going to bounce again. There's so many buy orders right here. Because of that move, a lot of to go up that fast, a lot of times we will come back and retest that area. So, I mean, technically it's not an order block that would be put there, but it is a nice swing area with a lot of volume, and it caused a pretty big reaction. So, and what
level was that exactly? The bottom of that candle.
So the wick goes down to 100. It's like 100 and 396. The bodies came, and we had our reversal here at 101,477.
Damn. So the bottom's at 103, 101, 100 to 101, and the top is at where?
Of these candles are up here.
The top of that
the top is 110,570.
No, not the top of the move. I mean the top of that candle where we bounced off 100,000, we came up. Where did that candle close?
Oh, it closed at damn it, I just had it. 104,299.
See, that's right in that 100 to 103-ish range. That's what I think is money, dude. I think that's where we're going. I think we're going to freaking go back down there and use 103 as a little bit of resistance for a little while, so that the market makers are trying to corner a price area, right? They don't have to get it freaking perfect. They just need a good little area where they can accumulate.
Well, so our golden zone here.
I'm thinking that's what they're doing, though, dude. I think they're gonna try to scare a little more people out right now. They're gonna try to wars going on in LA and Orange Man bad and whatever they can do. They'll drop it down to 100, 103 and accumulate the shit out of it. That's what I think's happening, man. I mean,
I think that
I don't think we're going to 93, bro. I don't see that without a big event or something.
Yeah, I think that you're right, man. I think that I don't fucking know, man. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. If we do continue down, we'll probably get a double top on that. Not a double top, but we'll probably come back up and get rejected here. Why does this look so fucking different to me right now? Is that the same blue area? Yeah, I would look for this to fall through and then come back, hit our head on that if you're trying to trade 4 hour, and then back to the downside, target 100,000 because this thing is moving pretty quickly.
It is, damn sure is.
Yeah,
Wish
so
I
that
would have
could be a
left my
setup.
damn short. Wish I would have left that short open a little longer.
Yeah, enter right there. Boom. That's where I would enter. If this thing keeps going down the way it is, we could get a rejection from there. But I mean, dude, we've made a new high. We've beat this high. We've made a new high. Maybe this could be a fake out and we come back up. Let's see where the day closes. On a swing perspective, let's see where the daily closes. Maybe this comes back up above the blue, and then I would look to continue up. But if this thing keeps doing like it's doing, then we're going to that 100K mark. I would probably put a quick long in at 100K, catch that bounce because there's going to be a lot of buy orders right there. That's the discount zone. And you can at least, get a trade on that and then go from there, man.
Yeah, we're on Thursday. You got volatility dying down Wall Street last day tomorrow of the week. FOMC meeting coming up. It just makes sense, dude. All signs point to keeping it at that level. Like I don't think Fink and Saylor want to rock the boat that much right now. So I think what's going to happen is 100 to 103, but like, you can use all the TA you want and shit, but sometimes you just don't know what's going to happen, but you never know what's going to happen. You just make your best guess. But my point is my best guess is 100 to 103. I mean, that's hands down my best guess for the next 3 to 5 days.
Yeah. You want to see what Lux says, man?
I do.
Take a look at Lux.
Very curious.
All right, this is Lux on the daily.
You know, Crypto Jeb's got his own Lux algo indicator, bro. We need.
Yeah, and I've tried. Like you can get if you
a
have
Crypto Remora indicator, bro.
Well, if you have Lux Algo Premium, apparently you get free access to his indicator, but I cannot find it, dude. I don't even know what it's called. I've looked everywhere for it. I've looked everywhere. All
we'll
right.
get it. We'll reach out to Jeb because he talks back and forth with me all the time on X. So
yeah, dude. Yeah, he does.
He's cool, man. He'll get back to you and shit. So we should reach out to him about that. Shout out to the viewers, man. If you guys are in here, please give us a thumbs up, give us the like and the subscribe on YouTube. It helps us out. We appreciate it.
All right, so you ready? This is a lot of mixed shit right here because all right, because one, we have our sell signal here, and the trend catcher actually flipped red, and that gave us our targets to the downside. And this is that area that I'm talking about. There is an order block over here, so it is an area that we've already retested it. See, we've already bounced here, so we'll see, man. We'll see. But either way, but it did flip back green again, and we have our smart trail down here at 100,000, dude. A lot of times to cancel this out because we're under a buy signal, obviously there. We flipped red, we got our sell signal, but then we flipped back green here, and so we're under the buy signal still because this is canceled out because we're in the green and the smart trail is in the blue. So these are our levels. Lux Algo is showing that 100,000 is kind of that line in the sand for the smart trail, that if you were on a long, the smart trail is kind of where you want to reevaluate, going short or taking, some profits or whatever, or reevaluating your trade and your position. So it's really mixed, dude. We're under a sell signal, but the other two indicators are showing that, we still have some room left before this is actually flipped bearish, man. And yeah. But you can see where the targets are. First one, 95, which is obviously it's going to be this area. We haven't come back to retest it. And that second one is 89, actually. But these don't mean anything to me, dude, right now. Like these take profits don't mean shit to me right now because this buy order or the sell signal is not valid right now. So, yeah.
I like the way Lux Algo does that shit though, because I I make little mental notes like that of these levels, and I'm like, well, we could go down to that. Like
Yeah,
89 is one of those numbers that was on there that we just don't talk about. Just like I think 76 is got a
but I don't
significant level too.
see
But
where they get 89 from. Besides, we have a fair value gap right here. Like, there's nothing.
well,
There's this little tip right here.
so the way I look at that though is, like I said, I just look at it as ranges for the whales that they want to, because they're not going to ever get it on the dollar, but they'll get it in the range they want, and those are just ranges. They leave themselves options. It's like if they want to go up, they can go up. If they want to go down, they can go down. If they want to go further down, they can go further down. So I think what they do is they set little pockets up as they go up in time. I think they leave little gaps on purpose to give themselves, well, if the market rolls over here and it falls to this point, then we can go ahead and short it and we can take it down to that other one and we'll make a killing. I think that's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
I mean, some of it's natural price movement, but the longer I'm in this game, the longer I realize it's very, very coordinated. Like shit is very coordinated.
Very. And this is moving with a lot of strength, man. But we'll just have to see, man. Well, let's see if Lux Algo flips on any of these other indicators. But it's showing that we're still pretty much in the safe zone. Like we were saying, up to 100K. We fall through 100K, then we could see definitely a little more pain. But 100K is right there, dude. It wouldn't cancel out our uptrend that we've just begun. It would just be a double bottom, really, for this shitty correction.
Well, it's interesting when you start looking at 95,000 and shit like that. I'm actually in your camp. Let's take it 100 to 103 first. I don't think we need to get that crazy.
One level at a time, man.
One level at a time.
And look, I'm still in the camp until this closes, because we don't know where this is going to close. This just opened. We could just be getting volatility because it's a new day, and that happens all the time. Look at these candles, man. They drop all the way down when we're bullish, right? Only to come all the way back up. So let's see where this day closes. I think that's important. And we know that we have a solid level up under us, 100,000. So let's see what happens here.
Anything on news you want to talk about other than?
No, I don't have anything.
Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot. I mean, shout out to the people on the West Coast going through it. Shout out to Cheddar Bob, just popped in.
Cheddar Bob.
It's that time of the month for the market. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm about to eat a big ass bowl of what I got over there, the Fruity Pebbles. That's my dinner for the night.
Yeah, it sucks what's going on over there, but I think they're starting to get it under control a little bit. I haven't watched the news in a couple hours, but it looked like they were starting to get some of it under control. Thank God. I mean, we need to get shit under control in this country a little bit. Like we need to chill.
Yeah.
Everybody needs to chill, bro.
Chill the fuck out.
Yeah,
come back every Thursday and watch us.
Damn right.
Because we are chill, man. We'll give you the levels. Nothing to panic about. Once you understand where these levels are, where we have our support, where everything is at, man, it's like so much easier for me to relax, dude. Back when I first got into crypto, man, and I didn't understand the charts or where the levels were, I would fucking panic because on a day like today, I'm like, we were at 110,000.
Yeah.
Holy shit, we just dropped $2,000 in like 5 minutes. We're going to 70K. Like,
Yeah.
It's like, well, hold on, man. We still have support, man. Like the chart still looks good. We'd have to take out this low before we start talking about, some of these other levels, man. But yeah, so don't get frightened. Don't be scared. We've technically started an uptrend. We're still in that, what do they call it? The Goldilocks zone. What is it? What is the golden ratio on the Fibonacci? We haven't even taken out the 0.618 yet, guys. So relax, chill out.
Yeah, it's GMB saying I don't think that the riots were really that crazy. A little out of line, sure, but that's it. No, it's not to say that. It's just that we had COVID, Then we had the summer of love with
Yeah,
all the
kinds of
riots.
crazy
Then we
shit,
had
man.
all the shit. Then we got assassination attempts. Now we got riots going. It's like, can we just get a
In
fucking break?
crypto alone, dude, like we've gone through so much shit, man.
Yeah. Sam Altman. I mean, I'm just saying overall in general. I don't care left, right. I'm not. I'm just saying in general as an American. I'm tired, boss. I'm tired.
Yeah,
Like, let's just fucking chill, bro. Can everybody just, smoke a joint and fucking relax? If that's what it takes, we do. We need. I just feel like as a nation, we need a little bit of a just deep breath. Like everyone just chill the fuck out.
I might take a long right here, man. Or not right here, but like soon. Like I'm just looking at this area here, and I can't stop looking at it because if we didn't go up so high,
Cheddar Bob.
I like seeing my inverses, dude. Like if we didn't go up so high here, and like came here, like that would be a beautiful inverse head and shoulders, man. But we'd have to break that neckline before taking the trade. So we're gonna watch it, guys. We're gonna watch it. If I take any trades, I'll post it.
Yeah, GMB saying might need a media unplug. It's true, man. You do that. I try not to overflood myself with the news and shit, but you have to kind of keep tabs on it. But yeah, that's true. That's one thing you can't control is like how much time you spend paying attention to it. You're ready for your damn Fruity Loops, guys. Yeah. I think that's everything we got for right now, man. We're gonna make predictions. We already made our predictions for Thursday, I believe. Yeah. So nothing is really gonna change other than if something drastic happens between now and then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got our major levels to watch, guys. If anything changes, anything drastic, we'll let you guys know.
Also, if you guys are on Facebook, go to our Facebook page, the Crypto Remora. I just shared our live stream. Yeah, I shared it. We're not streaming to it. I just shared it. So, but yeah, we got that up too. So,
damn, dude, I almost want to take a long right here, man.
I think I'm gonna wait on that. I think I'm gonna wait to see if we come down. I want to wait to see the close tomorrow. I think you had a good point on that. Let's see where that candle goes. Because if that candle flips around and goes up, that's gonna fuck everybody up. They're gonna be like, "What?"
Yeah. I think this was dude, that was a drastic fall, dude. For right when we started the new day to just fall that fast, dude. I mean, on the dot, 8 o'clock hit, and we just bloop. So,
but that may be getting all the bears
riled up.
They're all done now. They shot their shot. So it's possible that they run out of steam and the bulls come back. It's possible.
Yeah. All right, dude. What you got for Thursday, man?
Same thing. 100 to 103 range.
Okay. All right, cool, man. Yeah. I'm gonna say, I don't know, without putting too much thought into it, I'm gonna say that we bounce, not because of what's happening now, but I do think that I don't know, man. I'm just getting the vibe, dude, that like there's a lot of touch points over here as well from where that wick just hit, and these are daily candles. So that's pretty major, man. And the fact that we made a new high here, we broke this, and I don't know. I just see a lot of strength, dude. And for that to go down that fast, dude, it's almost, I just see it as a fake out. So I'm gonna be bullish this week, man. So bearish to my bear side, 100, 101K. Bullish side, I think that that is plenty of time to be upwards above 110,000, man.
Nice. Also, I wanted to just real quick, I was gonna say that, probably once we switch back to StreamYard, but we can share links. I was gonna say be kind of cool, and I know some people don't want to dox or whatever, but it would be kind of freaking cool if we could get some of the fam, send them the links, because me and Jim B tested it the other day when I was in the Kava bar there, and it worked. I sent him the invite link, and he was in the studio like that. So
Oh, yeah?
Cheddar Bob, Holmes,
We put
GMB,
it in the
any of
chat
y'all
before.
cats that want to have a special guest come on and just kick it on the stream.
Dude, I would love that, man.
Wouldn't that be cool, man?
That would
Just
be cool.
just to break some shit
know.
up, get a guest on here again, and
Well, I know we've offered it in the past when we first started with StreamYard. So yeah, dude, like I've always wanted to do that, man. Have people on and stuff.
I'd love
That
to
would be
get
fun.
just Cheddar Bob just to come in here and shoot the shit, come in on the show.
Right.
So we extend that invitation to you guys. Let us know if you want to do something on a Thursday, and it's as easy as literally sending the link, and then you're in the studio. So if you don't want to dox yourself, I think you can hide the camera thing or whatever, and you could just come in the studio, and everyone will still hear you, and that would be kind of cool. So open invite to Holmes, GMB, and Cheddar
all you
Bob.
guys, man. All you guys. All right, man.
I don't know where the hell Daniel went. Daniel took off on us. No,
He'll be back. I think that's gonna do it, man. Thank you guys so much. Tune in next Thursday. We'll be here 7:00 Eastern Standard Time. Make sure to like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, man. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you're following us on all socials at the Crypto Remora. Make sure you're following Sierra at Sierra Crypto and myself at Crypto MacGyver. Much love, and it's
Did it cut you off?
no.